What do you mean?
Somebody ran all over the water thing.
JJ came over here by accident hit the water.
You in trouble.
I thought
Yep.
she was about to come in there and swing on you.
Oh man.
JJ came over here by accident. I'm about to erase that shit.
You about to swing on you,
What
dog.
water thing did you hit, dog?
Man, we not discussing none of that.
Yeah, that's why I closed the door.
Hey,
Bruh.
did y'all see all that shit? The Lakers giving up for Russell Westbrook.
And they gonna win it this year.
Yeah,
If they stay healthy, they're gonna win it this year. It's not even fun no more. The Lakers? Who gonna beat the Lakers if Westbrook come and they all stay healthy?
Come on,
bro. AD, LeBron.
Westbrook don't even fit with them, dog. He can't shoot.
Man, we're not listening to you, Macy.
No, not today.
Hey, bro.
No, not today, bro.
He couldn't win with Kevin. He couldn't win with Kevin Durant. He didn't win with James Harden. He didn't win with Bradley Beal, dog. He's an Allen Iverson 2021, dog. Can't play with him. But you ain't hear from me.
I'm hoping.
Good evening. Tonight, the bench, we got the usual suspects. Robert Starks, a.k.a. Big Rob.
What's going on?
My big homie, Maceo Ellison, a.k.a. Easy. And I got my homeboy, Phillip.
Love it when they call me Big Pop.
What's good, people?
Hey, appreciate you filling in, Phil.
Yeah, man, no problem.
So tonight we on this thing about so-called breaking generational curses and unlearned behavior. Basically, a bunch of nigga shit that we do that we shouldn't be doing. And that's just being honest. And first off, we're gonna go into basically, are we accepting everything that we told? I know
you can't. I mean, if we could we just focus on the diet and know that we can't accept everything we was told. You know, our people was eating wrong because they didn't know no better, man. All this boiled down to learn behavior, bro. And a lot of stuff they learned from their ancestors, man. They made a way out of no way. But with that being said, we got more access to information, and like they say, if you know better, you do better.
This is information age. I tell people that all the time.
But we still got people that don't want to deviate from that, even though the information and the technology is there from them. They still want to stay back on the back. And like the one thing that I'll talk about that I still see all the time, and y'all help me, beating your kids' asses. Right. I got my ass beat. I did better. My mama got her ass beat. She did better. And we think that just transcends down, you know. And nowadays, these kids, they're called CPS on you. CPS be at your house in an hour, you know, and you going to jail. You go to school and your kid got a mark on them, you going to jail. So that type of learned behavior, like me and Maceo was talking a few days ago, that's the learned behavior that we need to get away from, and we need to figure out with this new generation what we can pass down to them that's actually going to be effective.
Okay, I agree with that, and one of the things that I know that they do different than we do, and I'm saying black and white. A lot of us at 18 kick our kids out the house, and they really, because they are adults,
Right.
they're equipped to go into a real world. We got to get away from that.
But Craig, the thing about that though, on that point, I'm dealing with that right now. I have a 19-year-old staying with me. My deal is I don't mind doing for him. But the thing is, you are going to get out and go to work. He want to lay in the house and be lazy, ain't trying to do nothing for himself. If that's the case, you need to get your own stuff, man. Go to work. If you just go to work and show me you trying, it won't be a problem. But I got to teach you something. If you don't want to learn nothing, what else can I do?
My man.
Facts.
My man.
Well, you know,
I had my son here, man, and I gave him like 6 months. But then after the 6 months, I sat him down. I was like, look, bro, you're not showing no growth. I said, if we in this position 6 months from now, you got to go. And that's it. I mean, I don't mind him being here, but man, take the advantage of the opportunity, bro. You ain't paying.
And like
no
you talked
bills.
about, my bad. Like talked about before,
ahead,
Craig. That goes back to us parents giving our kids everything too. My kid didn't have to work for nothing. They always expected things to be given to them. They really never had to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never had to go out, get a job, and pay for their first car, or go shopping for their own clothes. All they do is have their hand out, and they go out. They in my pocket. They just go out and spend instead of working for it. Like I said, I'm probably part of the blame on that. But like I said, but
Why
still,
do
it's
you
time to
think that,
learn.
Philip? Why do you think that though, Philip? I mean, what was that the way that you came up? Was that the way your parents came up? That
Not the way I
y'all was
came up.
hand in everything. So why did you do that though?
Oh, the reason I did it because I didn't want them to go through what I went through. Everything I've got, I've always worked for. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't want them to go through the same struggles that I went through. Come to find out, the older I got, the more I think about it, I hindered them on a lot of stuff that they should have been doing. I should have had them doing some work or working around the house or work for an allowance, stuff like that, to show them a work ethic. I never taught that.
Well, right now, what's going on is like we're in a cycle of this being learned behavior. Because now, like I said, you spoiled your kids. I spoiled mine. I'm sure Maceo did the same. We basically enabled them.
Right.
And then they're not equipped. And then they're not equipped to go out at 18 or 19 when they've been sheltered their whole lives.
What it boiled down to is simple, bro. We wanted to give them better than what we had, and it backfired.
That's it.
Plain and simple, dog. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. But why did we change from how that was with us? Because we're talking about
learned behavior. Right.
And that wasn't a learned behavior with us.
That's right.
Right.
So how did we get to the point to where we spoiled our kids so bad? On that behavior, is that something that should be unlearned?
That's the point I'm making. Because my wife, I can tell you in my house, my wife did it. It wasn't by me.
Right.
So, she claims she had it better than me. And that's how we move. But all of that birthday parties, you gotta have a part and doing it big and all that. Man, I don't even celebrate my birthday today. And I'm about to turn 50.
Why not?
Growing up hard, got tired of empty promises. By the time I got 18, my father had told me he was gonna get me a car about 100 times. I didn't even want no car. Remember I told you I got my license at at 21.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted the nigga to be there. You know what I'm talking about? Like I just wanted him to be a father. Don't promise me the world, cause I'm gonna go get that.
But isn't that hurting you now? Like that tape that Maceo, that video that Maceo's sent us, and he touched on that about loving yourself, and he said he
Right.
didn't know how to accept somebody loving them. You know, it was made him so uncomfortable with doing that, and that sounds just how you are. That's a learned behavior that maybe you should unlearn and let people celebrate your life.
Man, listen. By the time I got like high school, all the empty promises, birthdays, Christmas, all that, I was done with it, bro. That's why by the time I met y'all at Fort Hood, if you notice, I always tried to dress nice. I always tried to do things, had my own car, all of that. That was me that was me being free. That was like me breaking chains, bro. Wanting to be independent from everything and everything that I knew. I grew up feeling, that hurt. I made every day my birthday. I tell people that now. That's why I don't celebrate my born day, because I celebrate every day.
Right.
We go to the mall right now, I might go broke. Because if I see it, I want it. I'm going to get it. So it is what it is. But like I hate I got that malice in my heart, but that's what it's just been there.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe I'm the opposite, Craig. I really don't spoil myself. I try to make sure my family good. That's where I'm at now. Is make sure, if they good, I'm good, man. I rather spend my money on them. If I get me some, I say it's too much. And it might not even be that much, but to me it's too much for me because I say I'm gonna need that money for them. They gonna need some. And so
Mm-hmm.
I always put myself on the back burner.
Well, it seems like every time I do spend some money, the next day or two, I'm going to get the call. Daddy, I need this. Daddy, can you help? Now my grandkids got me on one touch dialing. Pop.
It is what it is,
I
man.
can't complain though.
But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this unlearned behavior, and another thing that was said on that video that really hit home with me was about I was taught to save money. I was always told to save money because my parents didn't know nothing about anything else but, hey, son, save money, put it in the bank, put it in the bank.
For a
And
regular rainy day.
yeah, put it in the bank. No one taught me about investing my money, you
Right.
know, because they didn't know about investing and their parents didn't know about investing. So when it passed down to me, it was just put it in the bank. And if you go and look in your bank account, you put $2,000 in your bank and your savings account and leave it sitting there for a year, you might make 4 cents on that money. And it ain't done nothing but sit in the bank, and the bank is investing your money, making money off of it, and you got 4 cents for it.
Right.
So I didn't learn about investing until last year. And I didn't start. So I'm starting to learn about investing. But that's another a learned behavior that we need to quit. Because the first thing that I told my nephew when he came down here last week is, man, you need to make sure you saving money. I didn't mention anything to him about investing. Nothing. Because it
Right.
But
just didn't dawn on me.
that's
I'm telling, Go ahead, Maceo.
that. Go ahead. Sure.
No, I was going to say, it didn't even dawn on me. I told him what I learned. And it never dawned on me to say, hey, son, hey, nephew, let's get down here and let's talk about investing. Let me teach you what I know about investing. Let me show you the sites that I went on about investing your money and starting to try to create generational wealth for your family and beyond. I just talked what I knew, and it was about savings.
Yeah,
I'm
you
done,
do
man.
it.
Right. It's but your parents didn't know nothing. That's all they knew. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? That's what I'm saying. Like we have more information. We got to teach better. And I could kind of
Right.
sum it up like this, right? Everybody on the bench is a sports fan, correct?
Right.
Right.
from the ages of 15 to 40, how many conversations have you had about sports with your boys, with somebody you met at the barbershop, right?
Right.
Countless.
How many conversations have you had about investing? How many conversations have you had about stuff that matters?
Yep.
Yep.
Very few, man.
Yep.
That,
Money, women,
that's
money, women, and
that
partying is about the only thing you're
that that,
talking
that
about.
And that whack
that's
ass
where
Yep.
radio.
we at, man. Yeah, we talk about unlearned behavior. I'll give you another one. What we really need to unlearn is our three favorite places: the mall, the club. I forget the third one, but them two for sure. When them places right there become our least favorite places, we gonna grow, bro. That's a learned behavior. We in the
Yeah.
club, you see more broke people in the mall than you see in the hood, man.
Oh yeah.
But they be waiting to steal.
Everybody in there, it's man. But that was a learned behavior. Hey, when I get 21, I'm going to the club. We in the army. We getting paid on the 1st and 15th. Where we at on the weekend?
Club.
You know what I'm saying? Spending money.
Right.
Ain't nobody, I can't remember not one conversation with y'all two that we were talking about investing our money into anything other than y'all had y'all rap group and y'all were talking about investing into y'all's rap group. And that was about the only thing that any of us talked about dealing with money outside of that kind of was in the right area. Other than that, it was food, women, club.
Yeah. But you know,
In that order.
Yep.
yeah. At that time, that's just what it was.
Hey man,
Mhm.
we have a lot to overcome. Like we put
Right.
ourselves in this position, bro. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, let me ask y'all this. I didn't mean to cut y'all because we're gonna segue into that about breaking traditions. Are we in agreement that that's what that we need to do?
Definitely,
Definitely.
definitely, definitely. And
I say
you
to a
start
certain
with 4th of
extent.
July.
Well, I'm saying that to say this because again, Phil and I, we from the country and it's hard.
Oh
Family,
yeah.
family reunions, trail rides, the whole nine, y'all. It's like I said, it's all we know. Family is like you said earlier, Maceo. You retired in a place where you don't have a lot, no family and friends.
Yeah. Right,
And
right.
with us, it's different. Phil know where I live. He know where my studio at.
Oh yeah.
At one time, he could pull up and it was a silver bullet in the fridge for him. And that was just normal. But breaking traditions, to me, is a must because now on the big stage, and it's just to me, black people at all time low. The shit we doing, we gotta stop.
Hmm.
Something gotta give, bro.
Starting with the vaccine and the reasons that black folks giving about why they're not going to take the vaccine. That is so ignorant. You don't even know anything about what happened with the Tuskegee Airmen, but you're steadily hollering. That's the reason why you don't trust people taking stuff. I said, have you read up on it?
Nah,
Nah.
they ain't read up on nothing. They just talking.
You know. But things that breaking traditions. Let's talk about black folks with paying the minimum on bills.
You got that off my bill.
Yeah.
Hey,
Talk about that.
But
hey.
that's the. Go ahead, Phil. Let's Phil chime in.
Oh, well, I'm gonna say, I mean, like you said, in tradition. Oh, another thing too, man. Like I say, is credit literacy. Our generation don't know nothing about credit, man. And like I said, I'm just now learning myself that credit is important. You know, I'm just now getting my credit where it's supposed to be. But when I was younger, man, I didn't give a damn about no credit, man. Put it on my credit. I ain't worried about it.
Mhm.
I ain't
And,
gonna ain't worried about paying you.
I
You
pay
call
it
me, you
off.
want to. I ain't gonna answer the phone.
in the words of the famous man named Cedric the Entertainer, credit mean get it.
That's it. But that's something that we gotta get out of out that way of thinking, man, and
Hmm.
start focusing on. You know, you need credit in this world really to make it, man.
In
Yep.
1995, I told anybody, if you gave me credit, I just stole your shit. I,
That's it.
Ooh,
I wasn't, your shit was gone.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you knew it when I was going out the door. But back to what Starks was saying about paying the
you ain't had no issues on paying the bill, dog.
nah, I'm just,
You was gonna
No.
get that. You was gonna get that initial payment, and that was it.
man, I'm just hey, you, you remember those starter credit cards where they start y'all with 250?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm walking
Bro,
around with $1,000 in my
I
pocket.
still got a DPP card.
I still got my DPP card, and I still got my very first credit card where they gave me $500 credit limit. You know, and I still have it. It's more than that now, but
Right.
when it started at 500, I kept that card because they were the first major credit card company that actually showed me some love. You
And
know,
gave you a
and
chance.
gave me a chance. You know,
Yeah, man.
I had to say that. You know, I gave it to them. But the thing that it is that we get it's a learned, and you know, my parents didn't have credit cards and all of that, so they
Right.
didn't know nothing about that stuff. So when it came into us, you know, we department store credit cards, you know, everything, because we like, yo, I can get this now and I ain't got to give you no money. Oh shit! And I'm, you know, let me get 4 of them polo shirts, 2 of them Jabot pants. Let me get
That's
these
it.
Tommy Hilfiger drawers. Let me get these new Jordans over here. And you ain't thinking about one day you got to pay that back.
Hey, this is what we should say. Uh, man, when I get my tax money, I'm just gonna pay that off with one walk.
Shit.
But
You ain't lying.
in order to stop that, man, the tradition we gotta break is our love for material things.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we love name brand stuff, bro.
Oh yeah, we love the floss.
We love name
Mhm.
brand stuff. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And and
Mhm.
and that tells me right there, there's your priorities is messed up.
Yep.
But but before we do that, you know what we gotta do? We gotta stop blaming poverty for you not finishing school. And I
Right.
don't care if education, you feel like education is not valued. Bottom line is, and you can look on social media, we got more rappers and more wannabe entertainers than we got doctors and lawyers and people working regular jobs. You know why? It's a lot easier to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, 10:30, smoke you some
Mhm.
weed, sit up in the studio, smoke weed all day, and call yourself a rapper than it is to discipline yourself enough to go to class or just do your homework or put something in your
That's
brain.
it. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I prioritize, bruh.
But where did that
Bro,
start?
every
Where
time
did
you
that
watch
come from?
CNN on Saturday and they talking about a college player, I'm so tired of seeing, oh, he was raised by a single mom. Bruh,
Oh, you ain't know.
bruh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seemed to be.
But the thing about it too, man, like we were saying about the income tax, you know what I'm saying? When a lot of folks get there, they want to go splurge, want to go shopping and everything, you know, want to buy a car, well, put a down payment on some car that they gonna have but 2 months. But anyway, they ain't thought about going and buy no land. That's what my mind at now.
Nah,
You can find you a
yeah.
acre of land. You know, we need to think about stuff like that.
Hey
That's
Phil,
something that we not teaching. You know what I'm saying? But as
Mhm.
I get older, this stuff that I think about now.
hey Phil,
Yes.
I was telling
Yeah.
stories where we from. You can down there get an acre of land for $1,000.
Exactly.
He didn't believe me. And he got bread. 100,000 he could own Dangerfield. Come buy it.
I'm thinking about coming up there and buying it. Charge
Hey,
all y'all rent.
Hey,
you know what the flip side of that is? How
what's
many
it?
cats you know with $60,000 cars living in apartments?
Bam.
I know a lot of them.
That's a learned behavior.
$500 Gucci belt, $325 Jordans, and you in an apartment.
Right.
Go to 12th Street in Longview. They got cars bigger than the damn house. Yeah, cars bigger than the house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right, and that's a learned behavior. We gotta unlearn this. That material things is what creates our status. You
Right.
know, and we ain't worried about education
Yeah.
levels and your job security or nothing like that. It's, hey dog, what you driving? Hey dog, what you wearing? You know, and that's what creates the status. That's what attracts these youngins to come and give you an ear. If I walk up and I got on a pair of ragged AM1 shorts and some AM1 shoes with an AM1 shirt, and I'm going up and I'm trying to spit some knowledge at these young cats, they're gonna look at me and blow me off.
Right.
But if I step up in there with everything, the latest of everything on, and gold and everything around my neck, they're gonna stop and listen to me. Oh,
Hey,
nigga, you know, they're gonna be like, oh, what's your hustle? What you doing? Oh, my hustle is I did 24 years in the military and now I'm working for the federal government. That's my hustle. You
That's it.
lying. You lying. What you selling something? What corners you working? You know, that's what they're gonna be like. Cause that's what they embolize because that's what's out there.
well,
Like we talked about before, social media has replaced fathers
I can agree
all
with
day
that.
long.
yeah, but they go back to the circle of the hip hop raising our kid. All the same stuff we've covered before. But go back to what we were saying earlier. See, I dressed in name brand because growing up I didn't have it. And
Right.
I desperately wanted to fit in. I was always this good looking guy with a nice haircut, but my gear bummy as hell. And I gotta borrow some clothes from my homeboy if we going to a park.
Oh, that just means you had no skills with the mouth. Oh, am I on? Oh, my bad. I didn't mean for you to hear that.
Oh man.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
That's
I got you, Bob.
but that's a learned behavior. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Had your parents instilled in you who you were, and that a man don't make the clothes. I mean, the clothes don't make the man makes the clothes. You are just as important as that guy over there that's in our name brand. Then we feel better. But we never again, bruh, our parents ain't know no better. And you know from being a parent, bruh, ain't no rules to this shit. You make it up as you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Like, let me look on page 47. In this situation, no, bruh, you got to
We
figure it out. And like Phil just said, that's a lot of the stuff he thinking about now. We was all thinking about the same stuff when we was younger, bruh.
hmm and it's a shame that we are thinking about it in our 40s and 50s, and I wish we could have been thinking about this in our 20s and 30s because we
Right.
could really make such an impact on our kids and those that
Right.
were around us. A lot better impact. And not saying that we're not making a positive impact now, but just think that if we had the mindset that we have now 20 years ago, the impact that we could have made on our families, you know, and those that surround us. I wish I would have known about investing. Somebody would have sat me down and really talked to me about investing your money.
Right.
Oh, I wish, man, because wow, the things that I could be doing now that I had to work so hard for to get to now. You know, it would have been a lot less work.
I did a lot of frivolous spending myself. A lot of tricking,
Mhm.
a lot of bullshit.
Oh yeah. And Craig, we made some money out there US Steel, man.
I
We made
know.
more than enough money in order to do what we wanted to do.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy, but I could be so much better off. Well,
Mhm.
Rob, man, it was chopping it up. last year, he turned me on to the investing. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, what you doing? And I was listening. The next thing I know, shit, I'm on Robinhood. I got me some Dodge coin. I built a couple other stocks. I'm trying to keep up.
Dogecoin ain't doing so well right now.
Nah, I got plans
No,
for
not at all, dog. Not at all.
I got all my little loot.
but I'm just saying,
Dogecoin sent me an email saying you owe us money.
Oh man.
No, but I'm sorry, Craig. I just had that came to my head. But I feel you, man. You know, we gotta break these traditions. You know. Oh, I see we changing. Go ahead, segue, Craig.
Well, again, prior to coming on, me and Macy had a conversation, and this was one of his bullet points about the way the Muslims always thought. We
10
realized
steps ahead.
they were way ahead of us. They was the shit that we trying to break now. They was trying to break that shit in the 50s and 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
During the civil rights movement. All that turned the other cheek, they wasn't going for that shit. But, you know, like I said, some of the things, their diets, some of the stuff they believed in, and of course, knowledge of self. They was trying to give us that. And now,
you know what it was though. It was too radical. Like
Black
wearing the
Panthers
suit.
Well.
I mean like the Muslim from your life, where you were at 18, to automatically shift into wearing the suit, a bow tie, stopping everything you was doing. It was radical, and it was too disciplined. Like you can't do nothing. Which in hindsight probably was a good thing, but you know, it's like you were saying, if you go to a corner, you can't go on the corner and grab the dude by his shirt and start cussing at him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta feed him a little bit at a time. You know what I'm saying? Just give them something to think about. But with the Muslims, it just seemed like you either had to be that guy off the expressway selling bean pies and the bow tie, or you couldn't be a part of it, man. And that's, you know, that's just my opinion on it.
but they had this. The whole key to it was the discipline.
Yeah,
they had discipline.
right.
They basically had bylaws.
Right.
And that's one thing that black people in the 60s, you had to make a choice. Either you was gonna be Martin Luther King, or you was gonna be with the Muslims. It was too easy to be with the Baptists. It was too easy to be Christian. And so we took the easy route. That's all that they boiled down. That's all that it boiled down to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's leaving a taste in our mouth today. Like, what if I would have followed some of that protocol? I probably wouldn't be fat right now. But I ate the pork chops. I ate that.
Yeah, that's another learned behavior. Yeah,
Bacon.
yep, that's another learned behavior coming from our generational step down is how we cook. The other thing that I was going to bring up about that is talking about the learned behavior of our young women, our daughters and stuff, and how they were brought up. And remember when we were growing up, and if you had sisters and stuff, and what your mama tell them, if you ain't gonna get no man if you don't know how to cook. You ain't gonna get no good man if you don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. And you know, back then it just drawn, and I found myself telling my daughter, you gotta learn how to cook, baby. You want to bring in that good man, you better learn how to cook, girl. And she looking at me like, nah, I just better learn how to we going out. I better learn how to marry me somebody with some money. And but it was a learned behavior that people keep passing down about women. A woman is supposed to be submissive. A woman is supposed to be behind you. That ain't today's woman. That
Right.
stopped in the
Hell
70s.
no.
That stopped in the 70s with Pan Greer and all of them. But it was still preached in the Bible. It was still preached in the church and stuff like that about being submissive, to your husband and everything. And I think a lot of men have raised their sons, and I'm not everybody, but a lot of men raised their sons to think that's you got to know how to cook. You got to know how to listen to me. You got to learn how to be part of the team that I'm leading. I'm the quarterback, you the running back.
I just
And
know.
it don't work in today's society. It
But
don't
to
work.
me, on certain things, it do work. It do work sometimes. But the thing about it, it gotta be that right dude who willing to lead the right way, man. That's what we getting away from. A lot of the young black men, they want to lay up on a woman and watch them go to work and expect to lead their house, man. It don't work like that.
No, you can't do that.
And I see a lot of men that do that, who want to
Well,
call the
see,
shots, but they sorry.
but hold on, Philip. You see, with that's a learned behavior that the man is gonna say. What I never was learned, then never was taught to me to sit on my ass while my woman go to work. I was taught the
Right.
man go out there and make the bread.
That's it.
The man goes out there and make that bread, not no woman. So where did that come from? Where all of a sudden now men is laying on their ass while they woman out there making that money?
Exactly.
I can't respect them.
No.
I can't
But that's
respect them,
today's
bro.
society. So how is us as the OG generation, how do we reach back to these young cats and tell them that that's a wrong behavior to learn?
It's
Boy,
well,
You
you
know
know
what?
what? It's kind of hard to
I hate
talk
to
to
say
them
it,
now,
bro.
man.
somebody got to do it though.
Hey,
Right?
bro. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. So, and here's the you talking about unlearned behavior about women, traditional women, right?
Right.
You know what you learn? Like the first chick that ever pissed you off. Did you cuss out?
I think I did.
That's a learned behavior, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? When you're 18 and somebody piss you off, the cool thing to do is to cuss them out. And what you do, get on the phone, man, I cussed that mother out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm
Yeah.
on the
That's not
dog. That's
that
what I'm talking about.
that
Yeah.
that that's not conflict resolution. You know what I'm saying? We learned that from our parents. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's
hmm
We seen it.
you,
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
many
yeah.
a night
So
my mom cussing my dad out, and I was
right,
like, well, damn, I guess
right,
that's how that's supposed to
right,
go.
right. But we think that is cool, and it's not. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you can have a conversation with somebody, yeah, and if they're not understanding what you're doing or what you're saying, then you know what? I don't need to be around. And that's the bottom line, bro.
Right.
And the other problem is you talk about the women. The problem with us is as a culture, we embrace ignorance, bro. So
Yeah.
a chick don't care as much as a dude laying around while she going to work because 10 of her friends got the same issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We
They
it's normal.
normalized it.
It's
Yeah,
normal.
they normalized it.
But
Yeah. And we
but
we,
where
we
did that
embrace it,
come
They
bro.
made
from?
they made it okay.
But where did that come from? Because that didn't come from our generation to our kids. Where did that come from? That a
Oh yeah, it
dude now
came from
is
your
acceptable for a dude
dog.
to lay up in the house.
Come on,
It
bro.
might have came from like what we talked about
Come on.
earlier, man. By us giving our kids everything they wanted, and they feel like the world owe them something. No, I mean the only way I can see it coming from, man.
I mean, don't get it twisted, Maceo. I understand we
I
had lazy cats in our generation as well. I'm not saying we didn't.
no, I'm saying I know dudes that was just dropping off kids, bro.
Yeah.
What working? Bro, bro, bro. Come on, man. We our generation originated the term baby daddy. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We got 3 kids and we out there in the streets every Saturday. That's where that shit came from.
Yeah. It was our generation that
You wasn't
started
at
the
home.
baby drama and
Yeah, you
the
wasn't at home.
teenage baby drama.
You wasn't at home with your son. That's why he laying around. Cause you out there trying to make baby number 4.
I
Bro,
mean, that's true.
I'm doubling, bruh. I ain't making no more excuses for us, man.
I'm
I'm
not
out of
even.
excuses, bruh. I'm out of excuses, bruh.
I just saying, why, how come we're not reaching back now to these youngers, and which would be our grandkids or our young kids if we had kids late in life, and trying to build them into breaking these unlearned behaviors? Why are we still just saying, I understand?
But listen, bro.
Cause all we want to do is get on this boat. Cause it ain't no saving their ass.
Well, it's hard to talk to them. If you
That's
like you
it.
said, OGs, I talk to them all the time. If I might as well be talking to this wall because they're not here. They're hearing it, but they don't want to accept it. Nobody gets the big picture or plays the long game. When that's what they should be doing, because that's what life is.
Yeah.
It's a marathon. It ain't a sprint. They want everything right now. Don't want to work for it. You know, the whole thing with drugs is completely out of control.
Mm-hmm.
And you try to tell them something, they say you hate. You quit hating, old school.
Right.
That's some bullshit.
That's
Yeah, you hating on them.
Right
But let's not let's also remember we was also the generation that was dropping 50 cents and quarters in the payphone to call home.
Right.
Technology has made them lazy, bruh. They ain't got to do shit. We went outside. What they want to do? They want to stay in the house and play video games. But let's also not act like global warming ain't real. Did you play Little League in the summer? Can you go?
Yeah.
Can you have a Little League game at 12 o'clock nowadays?
It's raining.
Boy.
It's raining or 200 degrees outside. It's one or the other.
Bro, when we was in Fort Hood back in 93, 94, we didn't go out. We ain't go out till after 5.
Mm-hmm.
You remember them days? Man,
Yeah, but I
Shoot, down there was outside all day.
Yeah.
But how do we effectively affect change on these youngers? How do we do it?
We got to get in the school, bro.
First thing we got to do is try.
Yeah, I agree.
Second
Never
thing
gotta
is
try.
we got to get some of them on this show and have a dialogue with them, because that's the only way you're gonna get any type of change in anything. Everybody got to talk about it. I'm gonna do a better
Get
job.
in the schools too, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a better job with reaching out to some kids that's going through similar to what we talking about, because I want to hear their reasoning. I'm open to hearing why you still feel like the white man is against you. Feel like it's okay to take pills and bars or whatever the hell they doing, pop a bean, all this type of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get with them and figure that out. Talk to me, give me some straight talk, and 3-on-3.
Straight talk.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Oh yeah.
You know, crazy part is the unlearned tradition that we need to break is we need to start speaking up.
Right.
If it ain't cool, it ain't cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's our problem. We too busy turning.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Everybody had a problem with what Lil Baby said. I had a problem with how he put the message, but I understood. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about the homophobic thing?
Yeah. Stop putting that gay shit in my face like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for y'all. Live your life. I ain't gotta see it all every 15 seconds. Period.
Right.
I didn't have a problem with what he was saying because the way hip hop is structured, I saw what he was doing. He was just trying to keep the crowd involved. It wasn't really nothing per se that nobody should have got offended with. But when you got
go back and watch that.
but what it
Yeah, I
is
ain't
when
see
you
that
got
either.
sponsors, you got sponsors, and you got people invested in you. And nowadays, especially with the NFL and all these other sports, they put morality clause. They put morality clauses in the contract. That may not even be. That may not be you. So don't take the money and then go try and do one thing, and you know it's against what you're supposed to be doing. One of the clothing companies that dropped the baby, they had it in their contract that they want you to be this fine, upstanding citizen.
Mm-hmm.
You go rap. Told LeBron to shut up and dribble. She did it,
Yeah.
and we made a big deal out of it. But everybody's entitled to their own.
So here's what you need to pay. Here's what you need to pay attention to. They dropped him because he used faggot and whatever words he used, right? But they was cool with him killing other niggas on radio on a record. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Did that. I can't call you
I
dropped me
didn't
for saying
understand that
faggot.
post. I didn't understand that when you sent it to me earlier today, Maceo. When you sent it to us, now I understand what you're talking about.
Like you didn't
But
drop him. Yeah,
that's
you
been
didn't drop
accepted.
him for that.
Yeah.
That's been accepted in hip hop for far too long.
Bruh, I'm telling you. You know what? I can't eat, bro. That's another hour conversation, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave that alone.
that's a damn conversation about that, about our young black men exploiting and killing themselves, for $1.
Yeah.
Hey, but it happens.
And that's something that we got to break. Can you imagine what we could do if just 20% of us came together? Can you
Oh yeah.
imagine the change that we could affect?
I totally agree.
And another thing with that too, like you were saying, man, that stuff really start while these kids are young, man. It's hard to get to these kids when they get on up in age, around teenage years, thinking they know everything. But we try to catch these kids at a young age. It start like a big brother program, a mentor program, or something like that. Maybe we can stop some of this, man.
Where we make a mistake at,
Man, dope.
is we forget how hard peer pressure is. We all went through it.
Right.
Peer pressure is a motherfucker. Because one thing about kids, they don't have no filter. You can preach to them. Y'all got all this nice stuff. Don't go to school and make fun of the have-nots and what they go to school and do.
Right.
Yep.
And you didn't teach them that at home. You got the home kid and you got the school kid. And now that talking to them, the day you put a smartphone in their hand, you better talk to them about sex that day. Because once them kids at school see you got a smartphone,
Mm-hmm.
and they punching in Pornhub.com, because Robert told them to. Then what?
So
you can tell them after that.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes, sir.
Did y'all daddy or mama, did y'all parents have them old Richard Pryor records? and Red Fox and them kind of joint.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
What was
yeah.
they playing them in the house? What was they playing them in the house, or did you have to sneak and go listen to them?
Yeah, sneaking
Sneak
to
and
that,
go
man.
listen to 'em. Sneak.
Yeah,
So,
nigga get you.
so as that first real generation of hip hop, was you listening to expletive lyrics around your kids?
Nah,
Can you
nah.
say you never did?
Yeah, everybody did.
I listen.
Everybody did. Everybody
Yeah,
did, because there was cussing and sex references and every damn song that was
Hey
hot.
man, I ain't making this shit up, bro. This is about this is our baby. We
yeah.
did this.
Yeah, we did.
We did this.
You know what? I ain't never thought about it like that, but you right,
We
man.
did
I sure never thought about it like that.
we did this, bro. We did this.
But it's also us trying to,
But like Starks keeps saying, how do we fix it? Huh?
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, it starts with forums like this.
Say what?
It starts with forums like this.
Yeah.
So where's all your little blue room guys that come and use your studio? Why ain't they listening to this right now?
That's a
So
conversation for another day.
so
Uh,
you know how what you tell a youngin right now? You tell them, do you have kids? Most of them do. So the music you're making and the behavior you're showing is what's going to shape the environment that your child is going to grow up in. You know what I'm saying? So you can either be a part of the problem or be a part of the solution. Your
Exactly.
son might grow up in 10 years and be the one and be the Trayvon Martin. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But again, think how deep that shit is. They dropped him for saying faggot or whatever he said. But every record he got, he killing somebody. Well, most of the records he got.
The
And that's
label
cool.
dropped him?
No,
nah,
his the partner he was doing his clothing line with.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But we don't want nobody to say nigga, but it's in every record.
Yep.
yeah.
yeah, he
Like,
killing.
come
He
on,
killing
man.
somebody. Yeah.
I mean that goes all the way back to, that goes all the way back to the start of rap, and we don't. I, you know what, Maceo? I can't lie, bro. I gotta kind of agree with you, man. I hate to, but I gotta kind of agree with you, man. Our
Yeah, he put
generation killed
on
it,
my
man.
mind too, man.
Yeah, because everything I'm gonna talk about is in our generation of what went wrong,
Break
and
it. So,
we started doing too much for our kids,
Right?
over spoiling them too much because we wanted to give them the life that we didn't have, and you know, we done too much, man. I think
Yeah,
we oversaturated our kids with
Overextended.
softness.
We
No,
overextended.
oversaturated our kids with
Hey,
softness.
we treated them like Craig treated that first credit card.
Yeah. I mean, because you think about it, it's our generation that's giving everybody a trophy.
right.
It's our
and
generation that's doing that.
No, but just
and the
Everybody
thing
gets the
about it,
trophy.
we define that as being good parents, man, by buying materialistic stuff, man. I
Yeah,
define that as being a good parent, man.
yeah. We work hard,
Because
and I remember I bought my daughter
High five.
KD's $160 pair of damn shoes, purple, because that's what she wanted, and she would only wear it when she wore the certain purple shirt.
right.
$160 shoes, and you only gonna wear it when you wear this one shirt.
hey,
So
That's us.
Yep.
Whereas when I came up, you better wear that shoe. When my daddy bought me them $52 white on white Dr. J's, he said you better have them damn things on every day, and they better be cleaner than all outdoors.
man, listen.
I shine them shoes harder than I shine my boots.
Ninth grade, I had a pair of midway pro wings. That's back when they was making the midways. Icy white. Bro, for 6 months, you wouldn't have never believed I wash them shoes. I wipe them shoes down there every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I couldn't get them dirty. But that was my shoe.
Those are shoes,
right?
I was proud of the Pro Wing. But they didn't keep me from wanting the Reeboks and all that. Hey, so don't laugh.
Your mama take you school shopping and she give you hey bro, you funny shit.
Dog, especially when you go over there to that, when you go over there to them barrel with them shoelaces tied together, they pull them out, find your size. I know I ain't over here at this barrel looking for no damn shoes.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all how it happened for me too. Big fan of Rakim. I thought, oh man, this hip hop shit is great. Heard KRS-One. I was like, damn. I had KRS-One right here. I had Rakim right here. I'm looking at this NWA album. I said, man, I'm gonna go on and open it, bro. But they was telling me, you open this, you responsible for all this shit that come after it, dog.
Yeah, Pandora's box.
Opened it up. Fuck the police. Fuck the police.
Change the whole mindset.
So everything came after that, dog. Like, yeah, you listen to Tribe Called Quest. You listen to Leaders of the New School.
But you following
that goddamn Biggie.
Yeah. You know what? You absolutely right. That was us. Yep. Yeah. We love De La Soul and Tribe Called and all of them. But when that gangster hit, we was all in it, living that life.
Oh yeah.
We was living that life.
When the Boys in the Hood came out, it had us bold as hell. That's when we were driving to Pittsburgh looking for fights.
Mm-hmm.
Boys in the Hood bump.
Menace to Society. Come on, man.
I saw Menace to Society 4 times in the theater.
Yeah, all them came around the same time.
Yeah, man.
Even Juice. All that was around the same era.
Yep. I mean,
with Maceo though.
South Central.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, South Central. I mean, these were the things that started raising our kids, because at that time, most of us had young kids. Because this was 90, 91, we're 20, in our early 20s and moving up. And this is what started raising our kids instead of us.
That's true.
Once the internet hit, once all that stuff hit and the cell phones came about and everything, that's what started raising our kids. And we took a back seat as parents.
With the music thing, I'm gonna tell you, we can say rap, we can say hip hop, but when you started having R&B groups using cuss words in the R&B song like it was just regular lyrics,
facts.
So then I knew, okay, we might influence this hip hop generation to bust guns, but this R&B shit. They got motherfuckers raping people now.
Yes.
Yeah, what R&B? That's the question. What R&B you listen to? Ain't no R&B out now, man.
And you know what? I asked my nephew the same thing. Name me 5 R&B songs that's out right now. He couldn't.
Right.
No, what I'm saying is, when you got them hybrid artists like Chris Brown making the shit sound good, but he fucking you all night, and he's saying the word fucking.
And probably a 10-pump chump.
So and that's almost as sad as Chris Washburn. Watch out, we got drafted number 1. Like, if you put entertainers in a column, right? In my opinion, you put Michael Jackson. The next best thing to Michael Jackson is Chris Brown. And the sad thing about it is Chris Brown can sing better than Michael Jackson. And he good looking. But look at him now. Tattoos. He look like Odell Beckham, dog.
Hold on, but the 1979 Michael Jackson looked kind of good.
The Off the Wall album, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, off the wall album. No kind of
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
But here's the thing, though.
yeah.
Because everything is switching. Michael Jackson was our hero. Chris Brown technically got better music than Michael Jackson, and he got more hits. This dude dropped a mixtape last year with about 60 songs on it. 60 songs. And the motherfucker was jamming. Then he collaborate, he do shows, and come on, y'all. I ain't hating on Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson was still doing the same dance moves on Billie Jean and Beat It when he passed away.
But it goes to show you that there are different eras too, man. Michael Jackson was hot for his era. This right here is a new era. You know what I'm saying? Everything changes, man.
Yeah, just like there's no there's no R&B groups no more. That was our era. That was our era with groups and all of that. They don't even have groups no more.
But let me tell you, before that, the era before that with your parents, they had R&B bands.
Oh yeah.
By the time it got to us, it was groups.
Hold on.
And that was
in our parents' era, it was soul music. And our era is R&B.
What I'm saying is it was bands. It had drummers, they had horns, the whole nine. So by the time it got to us, you had 4 niggas like Jodeci singing on the stage. Now, I don't know what they call it.
What about for my homies? What was
Pour
that?
Gangsta?
Gangsta Lean.
That was the ball right there. Gangsta Lean.
That was Brad. Man, that song made you want to go kill. Made them want to go kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Until Chris Brown put out a Thriller, a Bad, or Off the Wall, do not ever disrespect the king.
You know, I was gonna say the same thing. You drinking too much damn sugar. Check your levels, because you ever try to compare Chris Brown to Michael Jackson.
See, that's what I'm saying. You misinterpreting what I'm saying.
I heard exactly what you said.
No, because
you said he got more hits.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
really?
He don't though.
No, he don't.
No, listen, hear me out. What was Michael Jackson singing about on Thriller?
Zombie apocalypse.
Michael Jackson was about zombies and some bullshit.
It don't matter what he had. It don't matter what Michael Jackson was talking about. Were you singing it? Were you dancing? Were you doing the video with him? Huh? Were you doing that?
Know every step.
Yeah, you was doing that, and you bought that Playboy magazine with no girl that was in it.
Okay. What was he singing about on Beat It?
I don't know. Hold on, but was you out in the street with your homeboy, wrapped your hand around with a chain and spun around? Huh? And y'all was like y'all was stabbing each other? It don't matter.
Hey, Craig. What was Mary J. Blige talking about when she was like in this dancery? What? Let's get it pumping, baby. Come on, Michael Jackson, chum on. Come on. I get where you at, dog. But this man dropped the album that damn near every single went platinum.
With platinum, the singles.
Now,
with white and black people, not just black people, white and black.
Just imagine if Thriller would have been on Spotify and all of that stuff. Come on, man. And let's not talk about the little light-skinned dude that wore high heels. What songs did you ever pay attention that he even made any sense on? But everybody was watching. Everybody was buying.
Boy.
Name a song on Purple Rain that you even understood the hell he was talking about.
Well, okay. We'll say this.
When doves cry.
Chris Brown right now is what that is to this generation. You ever seen Chris Brown live? The shows he do?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson could sit on stage with that boy.
And that's why I said I'm disappointed. Because talent wise, he should be blowing Michael Jackson away. Like he had a right team around him. I ain't gonna say that because the man is successful, but I think he could have been I think he could have been like, you know how Drake come out when he want to.
Right.
That Chris Brown should be like, he should be like Jay-Z right now.
But the
Like,
thing
what
about
Chris
it is
Brown
you
doing?
guys are talking about Chris Brown. I'm thinking about the young man named Usher.
Yeah.
Nah,
That
not in
was
the
the
same,
man.
not
close.
even in the
Come
same
on.
class, dog. Not
So
even close, bro.
They
Let me tell
came
you.
out at the same age.
No, Usher. Let me tell you,
Usher's
Usher's
already out.
first album was what? My Way was like. He was like 15.
Usher had a summer.
No, that was the first album.
Usher had a summer.
You know,
Chris Brown
you know
got
boxing.
all seasons. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Right. Hey,
I'm not
Starks,
knocking Chris Brown.
pound for pound,
I'm not knocking him.
pound for pound, pound for pound, entertainment, voice, moves, charisma. Ain't nobody in Chris Brown class, bro.
Chris
Period.
Brown.
And he about six. And he about six. What? He about 6'2".
I think it says like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, he up there.
And he light skinned. But hear me out.
That's why I say
There you
that's
go.
the first. That's his first strike.
He's a DeBarge on steroids. He's a DeBarge on steroids.
And Usher is Nino Brown. I ain't like your light skinned ass any damn way.
I give you that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna put Usher down now. Confessions, come on. That nigga put his whole life in that album. What was going on in his world, and everybody was bumping that dude. Don't ever try to say
That was a
Usher.
bad album.
Hey,
That was a bad album. My Way was a
man.
bad album. Come on, man. Don't be putting Usher down now.
Jermaine Dupri said that Usher, when he recorded that album, got butt naked in the booth every time he did a song. I don't want to hear that shit.
Well, I don't want to hear all that. I'm just glad he wasn't butt naked in his videos.
He got what?
He got naked in the studio to record them songs.
Wow.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Maceo, don't be listening to Craig. Craig had you believing that craziness, man.
Man, listen, I'm all things music, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Y'all know we off topic, right?
Yo, because it's the end of the podcast. But what I'm saying, if Chris Brown had never got caught up in that Rihanna shit, that boy was out there. That shut his career down.
I give Chris Brown all the props in the world. I love how he jumped on that table when he did the Michael Jackson song, apologizing about what he did to Rihanna, all of that good stuff. I think the boy is amazing, very talented, did his movies and everything, but don't ever compare him to Usher. Usher broke the ground for them boys. Usher broke the ground for the Chris Browns and all of them. That was Usher.
Is this podcast over? Because he on that Hennessy too much, bro.
Hey, hold on, open the engine.
I ain't never seen no old niggas. I ain't never seen no old ass people like y'all hollering about Chris Brown as a talent.
I agree with you, Rob.
I don't think everybody tuning into the Bench Podcast tonight.
Thank y'all.
Next Thursday night.
And please call Maceo and Stern and tell them what?
Let me end this broadcast right now.